Cyborg.
Like old times. What? My hand! Who are you? Boss, what about that ninja?
He's killed 12 men. Whoever he is, he's some kind of lunatic.
Bastard took my hand. How could he got me here?
Perhaps there's a spy on us.
How's it going, guys? It's Spite and Selkin here. Welcome to yet another Metal Gear Solid video. Today we've got a very intriguing topic to talk about. One which hasn't really been discussed at all. But those who've been following us throughout our journey these past years may know that for us, this could be a pretty crucial topic. For this video, we'll be going back to the frozen grounds of the very much renowned, abandoned and by now probably sunk Shadow Moses Island with Metal Gear Solid 1.
Have you heard that the entire Fox archipelago is about to slip into the ocean? The surrounding islands have already been evacuated.
We briefly covered this topic in one of our cinematic analysis videos over the past years. But now that the next generation of gaming is upon us, and with hopefully a new Metal Gear game on the horizon, we think it's finally time to delve deeper into this subject. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Ever since the early MSX days, the Metal Gear series has long been known for its deceptions and unexpected betrayals, with certain scenes from the franchise even going down in history as some of the most iconic deception scenes in gaming. From Big Boss's betrayal in the very first Metal Gear, to Liquid Snake posing as Master Miller throughout the entire Shadow Moses incident.
Did you like my sunglasses?
That body, liquid burned on Volta, wasn't mine.
This is you, as you've lived until this day.
Metal Gear isn't Metal Gear without misinformation and false truth in some shape or form. And if there's one character who you can't really tell whose side he's truly on until the very end, it's the spy of all spies, Revolver Ocelot.
The name's Ocelot.
Big boss, you know who I am.
Was he working for the Philosophers, for the Patriots, for Liquid, for Solidus, for Eva? The list went on and on.
What if I'm a spy? Or you? Go on all day.
One other character who drank pretty close to Ocelot when it comes to these sort of twists, and not knowing whose side he's really on, is this guy right here. One of the most enigmatic characters in the entire Metal Gear series.
A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
Gray Fox, also known as Frank Yeager.
The only member of Foxhound allowed to use the title of Fox. He was its best member.
After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
Friends?
Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox. Gray Fox.
I learned a lot from him. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
We may have known Fox as a good friend to Solid Snake, but his loyalty to the commander who'd saved his life on more than one occasion, Big Boss, was too strong for Frank to betray over a friendship. Frank was Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, earning him the highest rank of the Foxhound unit, Fox. In the very first Metal Gear, Big Boss sends his best soldier, Fox, to Outer Heaven, Big Boss's own military fortress, where Frank ends up, as far as we're told, captured and taken prisoner. It is for this reason that Big Boss would then send the rookie Solid Snake to the same fortress, believing he would fail his mission, which is of course what Big Boss intended in the first place, knowing Solid was born of the Les Enfants Terribles project, one of Zero's own weapons against him. However, if Big Boss sent Snake there in hopes that he would fail his mission, what about Frank Yeager? Would he want to endanger his most trusted soldier as part of a ruse? The truth is, after being rescued by Snake in Outer Heaven, Gray Fox mysteriously disappears, not to be seen or ever heard of again during the mission, only to reappear alongside Big Boss in Zanzibar land. If the real Big Boss, the mastermind of the grand plan, sent Fox to Outer Heaven, betraying him, since of course Outer Heaven was part of Big Boss's plan, why would Frank go back to Big Boss? Would you rejoin someone who just betrayed you? Or oppose them at all costs? Or was Fox already in on it?
He was being held a prisoner of Outer Heaven, but he didn't look like a prisoner to me.
Let's not forget, the man was Big Boss's most trusted soldier. And judging by his experience and his own words, there aren't many people who Big Boss can trust.
Big Boss can go to hell.
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
So to be called his most trusted lieutenant says quite a lot about the character. Did Big Boss trust Fox with his Outer Heaven plan? Was sending him there part of their ruse? Was Fox's rescue at the hands of Solid Snake all a show?
She has us come rescue her, and then she turns around and goes straight back to Liquid. Why would she do that?
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Remember Fox's adopted sister, Naomi? The parallelism between her and her brother has always been quite uncanny. Fake names, both rescued at a young age, being child survivors of war. Same surnames, Yeager and Hunter. Should have died years earlier but kept alive by nanomachines.
They twisted his body for their experiments and nullified his broken heart with nanomachines. We're living corpses. Our bodies kept barely alive by nanomachines.
And eventually, the two of them dying at the very same place.
Naomi hated them for what they did to Frank's body. But it was me that crippled him in the first place. She must have hated me too.
Having said all that, there is actually another major connection the two had in common. Both Gray Fox, later known as the Cyborg Ninja, and Naomi were enlisted by Eva as part of an anti-Patriots group, aimed to eliminate the last members of the Patriots, in a mission to release Big Boss from his eternal sleep.
We enlisted Naomi Hunter, an authority in the field of nanomachine research, into our organization. And we used Frank Yeager to kill Dr. Clark.
Naomi told me everything.
Another member enlisted in this group was the king of spies we talked about earlier in the video, Revolver Ocelot, which of course makes him an ally on Gray Fox and Naomi's side. And that's where things take a pretty interesting route.
The Patriots were planning to use nanomachines to implement the system over the entire population. I had an obligation to stop it.
Following his death at the hands of Solid Snake, the ghost from Zanzibar is reawakened by the Patriots as the mysterious Cyborg Ninja. Eva, leading the war against the Patriots, tasks Fox to eliminate Dr. Clark, who does so successfully, with Naomi hiding all the evidence behind it.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
That Deep Throat's a real enigma. He's definitely from inside their ranks.
Is he an informer? Maybe some kind of renegade? I've got the feeling there's some other force at work here.
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
Ocelot, on the other hand, was tasked to eliminate Donald Anderson, which he also did successfully, making it look like an accident.
Ocelot tortured the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, also known as Sigmund, to death, and made it look like an accident.
The Shadow Moses incident.
It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What? My hand!
Following Ocelot's target elimination, Gray Fox, who was supposed to be on his side, interferes into the scene and severs Ocelot's right hand. Of course, Ocelot knew Frank was behind that exoskeleton.
Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right?
And looks like Adam wasn't very happy to see him either, judging by the way he addressed him.
Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again!
I hear you took your hand as well as your dignity.
Watch your tongue, shaman. Boss, what about that ninja?
He's killed 12 men. Whoever he is, he's some kind of lunatic.
Bastard took my hand. How could he have gotten in here?
Perhaps there's a spy among us.
As he speaks to Liquid about the ninja, Ocelot, in order to avoid raising suspicions, talks to Liquid as if he's not aware who the ninja is, keeping Fox's identity a secret from Liquid in an effort to not ruin Eva's plan.
Whoever he is, he's some kind of lunatic.
But that begs the question, if these two were on the same side, why was there bad blood between Gray Fox and Ocelot?
Can't you even die right?
Speaking of Ocelot, have you seen this awesome Tubbs cosplaying Duck of Revolver Ocelot by Numskull? Armed with his iconic revolvers and wearing his major uniform from Metal Gear Solid 3, this official Konami merchandise is just one from a highly collectible series of Tubbs. Whether it's from your favorite game series, movie, or TV show, among others, head over to Tubbs.com to check out their amazing range.
Is alive!
Hurry! Get away!
But you died!
We may not have seen Gray Fox and Ocelot together in other scenes throughout the franchise, but it's safe to say Fox's presence was pretty vital for the Patriots, and of course for Ocelot himself, having served as an agent for them for years, such as utilizing Frank's battle data from the Perfect Soldier project for genome experimentation since the early days of the Patriots.
Battle data? From the Perfect Soldier? Genes? Genome? Intriguing. I'll help you with the project.
Fox's body being recovered and brought back to life by the Patriots after Zanzibar.
Frank Yeager's entire body was reconstructed through surgery, and he was reborn as the Cyborg Ninja.
As well as a representation of his Cyborg Ninja appearance, making a return during the Big Shell incident thanks to Ocelot.
But you died!
I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well.
Despite the apparent rivalry between the two, both Gray Fox and Ocelot served similar deceiving roles, and the two fought in loyalty for Big Boss until the very end, crossing anyone who came in the way of their true mission. The origins of these two characters also show us that potentially Gray Fox and Ocelot may already have crossed paths in the past. During Snake's torture scene in the Shadow Moses incident, Ocelot reveals some of the locations he's been to over the course of his fighting years, one of which was Mozambique, the very same place Frank fought as a child soldier in his struggle for independence, acquiring him the name Frank Yeager, the Frank Hunter.
In Mozambique, there was a child soldier fighting with a guerrilla group in the struggle for independence. He killed dozens of government soldiers with just a single knife.
I fought wars in Afghanistan, Mozambique, Eritrea, and Chad. Among the Mujahideen guerrillas, I was known and feared as Shalashaska.
In Mozambique.
Mozambique. Can't you even die right?
At one point before the events of Outer Heaven, Grey Fox would return to Mozambique as a Renamo soldier, this time suffering severe torture under enemy hands, during which his nose and ears were cut off.
I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here.
You ready to talk?
The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect the most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator.
The torture was beyond anything I imagined. They were breaking guys left and right. I came pretty close to, but don't worry, boss. I didn't tell him a thing. I even heard one guy speaking Russian.
No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride.
Not to point any fingers, but this man is the definition of tortures and interrogations. For him, it's the ultimate form of expression after all.
Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression.
Grey Fox and Ocelot could clearly have a history we haven't been told about yet, an untold storyline which could very well explain the bad blood between the two. And it seems that Grey Fox's story arc is planned to be further expanded in the potential sequel, seeing that Dr. Clark's year of death in Metal Gear Solid 5 specifically contradicts her death mentioned back in MGS1, and according to what we were told, it seems to be intentional. If you've seen our previous analysis for Dr. Clark, we talked about how the disappearing doctor could potentially have been the real Dr. Naomi Hunter, the very same identity who the child whose parents were killed by Fox had adopted her identity from. This could very well explain why Fox would give the identity of the murderer doctor to the younger Naomi, an identity she would use to infiltrate among the Patriots' ranks, as one of their own.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he.
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A similar scenario to how Ocelot was originally trusted by the Patriots, becoming a spy among their ranks.
Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo. How's that possible?
Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher.
I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
That was quite a cocktail.
Whichever path the next installment takes, there's no way we'd see that much Patriot activity without Ocelot's involvement. So, another encounter between these two is pretty much inevitable. Whenever that is, and however it will be, we look forward to one day seeing this long-forgotten rivalry come to fruition. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like our Metal Gear Solid content and would like to see more exciting topics, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll make sure to return the favor with content you won't find anywhere else. Thank you for watching. Until we meet again, Python and Selkin, out.